Hey there, welcome to Morning Manna. Today's day 17 of our 21 days of prayer and fasting. We're getting close to the end. So I want to encourage you, stay strong, keep pressing into the Lord during this time. I believe He still has more for us in these last few days. But over the last couple of weeks, I've talked about worship. And the way that I've summarized it is like this. Worship is when our lives exalt God to His rightful position. And that can apply to many areas of our life. And so I've talked about how to worship God through our diet, the diet of our souls, and how to worship God through our words. But today I want to continue this theme of worship specifically in how we worship God through our obedience. Have you ever had one of those moments when God told you to do something that you didn't want to do? I'm sure we have multiple examples we could share, but it reminds me of parenting because, sometimes I'll tell one of my kids to take out the trash or do the dishes or, do one of their chores that I know is probably not their favorite thing to do. And what I've noticed is this. I'm not just looking for them to obey. I'm also looking at how do they respond? Do they grumble? Do they try to put it off? Do they try to negotiate with me or try to convince one of their other siblings to do it? Or do they respond with humility and obedience right away? And it's in those times where they get it right, despite not wanting to do it, but they respond the right way. And I tell you what, it just warms my heart because it's in that moment that I realize it's not just about the task. It's about them honoring me as their father. Man, I got to tell you, I wonder what our lives would look like if we always got it right. If we responded the right way every time to our Heavenly Father. Here's what John chapter 14, verse 15 says. It says, "If you love me," Jesus is speaking, "if you love me, you will keep my commandments." And then later on in verse 23, Jesus answered, "If anyone loves me, he will keep my word, and my Father will love him, and we will come to him and make our home with him." Listen, when we respond with radical obedience, we honor God. We demonstrate our love to Him through our actions, and ultimately we bring Him glory. It's the greatest test of worship. I mean, we could talk about it, we could sing about it, we could think about it, make our plans, but there's nothing that says, "God, I worship you," like putting immediate action to what He's told us to do. So let me ask you this. What has God been speaking to you throughout these 21 days of prayer and fasting? Or maybe there's something that He's been speaking to you for a long time. Either way, how can you demonstrate worship to God through your obedience? Manna Church, may we be people who respond with humility and who are quick to obey the Lord. I love you. Let's finish strong as we wrap up these 21 days of prayer and fasting. See you next time.